How's it going, mates? Subscribe, hit the like button, and write in the comments below which team you find the hidden favorite of the World Cup tournament. And while you're typing your pick, we proceed to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. Former Bayern player Frank Ribéry can become a club ambassador. The Bavarians have already held the first talks with the Frenchman regarding the matter. 16-year-old Simone Pafundi becomes the youngest Italian international in over 100 years and the third youngest overall. Almost 3 million tickets have been sold for the 2022 World Cup. Most of the tickets were purchased by fans from Qatar itself, USA, Saudi Arabia, England, Mexico, UAE, Argentina, France, Brazil, and Germany. Martin De Michele is appointed as new head coach of River Plate. Barcelona will appeal the decision to hand Robert Lewandowski a 3-game ban. I announce that the flight is not over for me. I will have to undergo an operation to finish definitively with this tumor which keeps me away from the fields. I would like to thank you for all the messages of support and the strength you have given me in this ordeal. Aller wrote on Twitter. Former Aston Villa striker John Carew has been sentenced for 14 months in prison for tax fraud. Brentford forward Ivan Toney has been charged over 232 alleged breaches of betting rules. Barcelona have only scored 1 goal from outside the box in La Liga this season, the team with the lowest amount. Ronaldo's interview: "What I want is the best for my team, so whatever the decision, as a player, we will accept it and give the best of ourselves," Rafael Varane stated. Cristiano Ronaldo will miss the international friendly against Nigeria due to gastroenteritis, Bola reports. "For me, Thibaut deserves the Ballon d'Or," Roberto Martinez thinks. Lionel Scaloni hinted that there may be changes in the 26-member roster. The coach of the Selection Argentina warned that there are players who aren't fully fit ahead of the Qatar 2022 World Cup, those who were left off the bench today. Argentina extended their unbeaten streak to 36 matches with only 1 game away from equaling Italy's world record. "The World Cup is very important to me. It's going to be my first and maybe the last," Kingsley Coman said in an interview with Kicker. Chile in its last 8 matches played 0 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses, 2 goals scored, 15 goals conceded. Bayern Munich have the most representatives at the 2022 World Cup with 17 footballers. Manchester United and Barcelona are next with each having 16 club footballers. "I'm fine. I had little pain but no tear or big injury. I could play but not 100%, Karim Benzema assured. Turkey has submitted an application to host either Euro 2028 or Euro 2032. The UK claims the first tournament, while Italy made a bid for the second. Burnley striker Anas Zaroury replaces the injured Amin Harit in Morocco's World Cup squad. "The amount of 100 million euros puts a barrier to my transition to the top championship," Mikhailo Mudryk claimed. "The most difficult period in my life came after the death of my newborn son," Cristiano Ronaldo admitted. Youssoufa Moukoko is the youngest player to make his debut for Germany since Uwe Seeler in 1954. The young striker made his debut at the age of 17 years and 361 days. Eden Hazard apologized to Real Madrid supporters. "I have to show what I can do, but it isn't easy. I'm not playing," the Belgian said. Manchester United and Portugal striker Cristiano Ronaldo will launch his own NFT collection with cryptocurrency exchange Binance ahead of the World Cup tournament. The collection will be available from November 18th. Daniele Rogani's home was broken into twice in the past month, La Gazzetta dello Sport reports. The Glazers are not worried about Manchester United. This is a marketing club, Ronaldo stated during an interview with Piers Morgan. Atletico are keeping a close eye on Torino's young midfielder Samuel Ricci for next summer, who has been shining in Serie A for Granata. "We wanted to sign Luis Diaz. We were very interested in him. We even got to talk with his agent. At that time, I had just landed at the club and we were in an economic situation that we had to resolve and reverse. Thus, Liverpool beat us to it," Joan Laporta revealed. Kyle Walker will not feature in England's World Cup opener against Iran on Monday. "I had a chance to try Premier League experience, but staying at Juventus was the best choice," Adrien Rabiot noted. Ajax extends contract of young Ajax manager John Heitinga until 2025. Former Chelsea and England defender Gareth Cahill has announced his retirement from football. Christopher Nkunku got injured in collision with Camavinga. Eduardo has since received racist messages on social media platforms. Eintracht Frankfurt forward Randal Colomwani will replace Christopher Nkunku in France's 2022 World Cup squad. Yesterday we watched friendly matches. The latest results are in front of you. Moving on to the main news of the release. Let's have a closer look at yesterday's friendlies. Poland barely dealt with Chile 1-0. Fulkrug scored as Germany beat Oman. As for the main event of the day, Argentina got a confident victory over the UAE 0-5. Di Maria scored a brace, Alvarez, Messi and Correa scored a goal each. We are to highlight Leo Messi's strike nailed in style. Paris Saint-Germain striker Kylian Mbappe remains disappointed with the late payment of his salary, L'Equipe reports. At the beginning of October, Mbappe noticed that the salary for September had not yet arrived to his bank account. A day or two later, he received some of it, though the full amount has not yet been provided. The player's entourage asked the PSG management about the reasons behind the delay. Club officials in turn reported problems with financial fair play, also citing having issues with the footballer's accounts. But none of the reasons satisfied Kylian's representatives. According to his staggering contract, Mbappe earns 70 million euros a year at PSG. Most Manchester United players expect Cristiano Ronaldo not be part of the team after the 2022 World Cup campaign, according to ESPN. The Manchester Evening News report Bruno Fernandes being among those who feel the biggest negative influence from Ronaldo. The relationship between them has been damaged for a long time. Head coach Erik ten Hag believes he can no longer work with CR7 after the Portuguese's words of disrespect towards the Dutchman. Ten Hag reported the matter to the club management. Manchester United co-owner Joel Glazer will make the final decision on Cristiano Ronaldo's future at the team after the forward's controversial interview, which was seen as an attempt by Ronaldo to force the club to sell him after the 2022 World Cup. However, Glazer will have the final say on any decision to sell the forward. Ronaldo's agent, Jorge Mendes, should present a list of clubs interested in buying his client. Ronaldo has 6 months left on his agreement with the Red Devils, while United's lawyers will thoroughly analyze the interview in order to determine the club's legal position. The Qatar World Cup is just around the corner, as the world will stop and watch the opening ceremony of the biggest sporting event on the globe on November 20th. The show usually features the world's best artists whose songs become classics when it comes to the World Cup. For example, the mythical Waka Waka by Shakira in 2010. However, the criticism that has been directed at the World Cup in Qatar rejecting the chance to be at the opening ceremony. That's the case with Dua Lipa and Rod Stewart, who have turned down the opportunity. As for Shakira, the Colombian has had her own personal issues to deal with, and her presence at the World Cup in Qatar was criticized on social media. However, according to El Programa de Ana Rosa, Shakira will not perform at the ceremony after changing her mind a few days before the start of the World Cup. It's been confirmed to me that Shakira will not perform at the opening ceremony, but they won't say if she will have another role throughout the World Cup, Adriano Doronsoro said on the program. Cristiano Ronaldo may have played his last game in a Manchester United shirt as the club deal with the aftermath of his shocking interview. Earlier this Wednesday, workers were spotted removing a huge Ronaldo mural that adorned the entrance of Old Trafford. Erik ten Hag has reportedly informed the club chiefs that Ronaldo will not play under him again. As things stand, the Portuguese has a little over 6 months left on his contract, but that could be terminated after his latest comments. At last, we got you a funny clip. Rodrigo De Paul defends Messi even after the match. No doubt, this guy works as Leo's personal bodyguard. Folks, only 3 days remain until the World Cup kickoff, so we offer you topic-related videos from our other projects. Choose any you may find interesting. It was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.